This is why I started dunking, because you see how the big men play now? Shooting jumpers, smooth. I started out like that. And one day in Texas, and I only lost one game in high school in 2 years. So one day I got 39 and 3. I'm working on my crossover. I lay a dude up, finger roll and miss. My father, this drill sergeant uniform, walks on the court during the game. Call the timeout. I was like, yo man, call the timeout. So call the timeout, go outside. What are you doing? I said, man, I'm working on my doctor. And before I could say Dr. J, he smacked the shit out of me. Rap! Ain't no Dr. J, be Shaq. So from that point on, because I was mad at him, every time I dunked, I tried to tear the rim down.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, it was great millstone, and salutation brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. And, I was watching that video clip, and, it sparked some inspiration through the spirit and to get some scriptures. Of course, what Shaq is going into is a carnal thing, but it still shows that fathers are important. It takes a father to drill that success in you. And of course, again, that's carnal means. So we can still apply that spiritually, man. It takes a father to raise the child up right. All right. One, let's grab this. There's Isaiah 3 and 12. I want to start up because this is good too. I'm going to start up. This is Isaiah 3 and 1. For behold, the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay of the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. All right, which a stay, basically a staff is a support system. What's our biggest support? All right, this word, this bread, this water. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient. So the Lord took away the proper men of our nation. As the saying goes, it takes a community. So we had, like it says, judges, men of war. These were prominent male figures. All right. And these men were usually, well, of course, the prophet is prudent, but even the man of war, a true man of war, served in fear of Yahweh Bashem and Yahweh Shai. Look at the Maccabees. To truly be a man of war, of course, you got men that's just good at fighting and killing and shit like that. But to be truly a good man of war, you have to be like King David. King David sought the Lord before he went to battle. All right, that's the true man of war. It's one who knows and fears Yahweh Bashem and Yahweh Shai, because we know he controls the host of the battle. He musters the host of the battle. Life and death is in the powers of the Lord. All right, so he controls that, So these are men that served in fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and ruled as such. And the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50, these are leaders. And the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator. All right? These are your honorable men. And we lost that as a nation. Now who do the youth look up to, man? Look who they emulating. Look at that little 9-year-old rapper rapping about fucking bitches. The cops get behind them. I'm gonna do 60 fucking miles, all this shit. Just a damn degenerate. All right? Just a damn degenerate. Because who they look up to, other rappers, other lowlife, all right? Your uncle that's telling you all type of manner of shit. Basically, your gang banging uncle that's teaching you the same bullshit he done been taught by some niggas on the street because they mama let him run fucking loose, right? And I would give children to be their princes and babes shall rule over them. People without understanding. All right? A fucking babe. Verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. The fathers have been taken out the home, and the woman is not raising their children with proper guidance. All right? They too soft on them half the time. And then the ones that's rough with their children is insulting. All right? And what it say? To make weak hands and feeble knees has nothing to do with raising them up properly. It's just women are vicious. Okay? On TikTok, you see a whole list of people complaining about their mothers being narcissistic. All right? As my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. So on one level, like it says, we have the law in our hearts. A father's going to do father things. Now, of course, a lot of these niggas already beat down, so they don't know how to be a father. All right? But for a huge part of the time, too, a father's going to do father things. He's not going to baby the child. All right? He's going to drill and push that success. Whatever field is in, he's going to push it. Show proper support. Not let weakness set in. Your mother's going to allow that. Your mother's going to teach you to be emotional. Your mother's going to teach you to go after your feelings, your desires, to go after the flesh. A father's going to tell you as a man, hey, you're going to have to deal with certain shit. All right? I'm on some rock already. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Rock 30. And I'm going to start here, man, because a true father is going to, be a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That was just the jumping point using the Shaq thing, okay? So Rock 30:1, he that loveth his son causes him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Correction, discipline. He said he walked up to him and slapped him. All right? That's just a part of life. Because look, you can't, especially when it comes to this truth, it's important. A very important thing to understand is what was said about Moses. Let me grab it. Come on, man. This Hebrews 11, 20. I want to start up. Yeah, 25, get to the point. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And the Father's going to raise you as such. You're not going to be able to do as you want. You're not going to, and you can get over on your mother more often. She's soft, so she's going to let certain shit go. That's one thing. And then also, the woman is the weaker vessel. She ain't got wisdom. You're going to be able to just get over on her. All right? You're going to be able to play your mother more than you can play with your fucking father. Your father ain't going. Even if he suspects some shit, he going to be on your ass. He could be wrong. It don't matter. What Bernie Mac say? Hey, beat him for fucking up in the future, goddammit. That's some father shit. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. All right, not having to be ashamed that your son is doing something that's just fucking folly, man. Because you did what? You raised him up properly. You ain't to be your child's friend, all right? To seek their affection, that's madness. To seek their courtesy, that's madness. They supposed to seek your courtesy. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of his son will bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. So you can't be soft on your children, man. Tough love is needed. Rebuke, correction. And if you haven't caught through the Spirit yet, this applies in this truth. We have spiritual fathers above us. All right? We come into this truth, we have spiritual fathers above us. It's going to guide us. It's going to rebuke us. It's going to mold us into being proper servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And sometimes it's going to come with a cuss out. Sometimes it's going to come with a cuss out and you don't even feel like you deserve it. It's okay. Get better. That's a life lesson to learn. Yahweh Shai suffered wrongfully and he took it. And then when you really get mature in the spirit, you realize you ain't suffer wrongfully, really. It may have been not that situation. All right? But you have done X, Y, Z, and you can take what happened here to learn how to correct that X, Y, Z. Or you learn to realize, damn, oh, well, I could have done this better. I could have did it like this because we're in the flesh. We always could have done it better. Kobe scored 81 points, and I know he thought, man, if I did this, I could have scored fucking 90. Or damn, if I did this early on in the game, I could have hit that 100. If I'd hit these extra shots right here, I could have hit, damn, I could have had the 100 points. I could have hit the record. So that's the difference. We in the flesh, even though Yahweh Shai was, but he was as Yahweh Shai. He was perfect. All right? So sometimes things are going to happen. They're going to put more fetters on us, give us different tasks. Some things be for a moment. And we used to do GMS homework weekly. We had to read the whole book in a week. The whole book. And then take the quiz every week. All right? And that mode, and we know what? As sons, we dealt with it. That's good. That was perfect. That was great discipline for us, man. Yeah, motherfuckers crying about that. Motherfuckers was crying about having to do 3 videos a week. Nah, man, that shit is needed. And horse not broken becometh headstrong. And a child left to himself will be willful. So we get orders and things placed upon us to teach us as we grow into our maturity. And then we fully understand to walk in, show the same diligence, all right, as the other men before us. We learn that, so we grow into that maturity, man. Not just letting you get away with shit. Hell no. This is deadly serious what we dealing with. A lot of us, didn't have fathers growing up. Some of us did. Some of us had fathers that was simped out, so it was like we had 2 mothers. Some of us had, real ass fathers. Whatever the case may be, when we come to this truth, we all have to come to understanding that we have spiritual fathers that's showing us how to grow. Because we come in this thing as newborn babes. All right? Get over your fucking self. That grown man spirit I'm a grown ass man. It's a daily spirit. Humble yourself as this child, as Yahweh Shai said. And we got spiritual fathers that lead and guide us, man. So we can mature properly in this word. We have elders that has been learned of their elders. All right? Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Those men ain't here to be friends with us off bat, man. Hell, they got to try the spirit. They're going to be rough on us. They're going to prick the eye. They're going to prick the eye to see what make you tick spiritually. So you can learn from that and grow in the spirit. That's what a real friend is any fucking way. Not somebody being soft and try to be friendly with you. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. And this is why the apostles for the longest pushed, you can't let that familiarity set in. All right, with younger brothers, you can't just be chilling with them all the time, with them like that, man. It's an older brother. There got to be some separation till that maturity comes. Said you'll rejoice in them at the end. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. And I mention this frequently because this was a raw ass moment to me. The very first time, within the first 2 minutes of meeting Elder Nate, he passed to the spiritual realm. All right, he died in the truth, so his works remain. All right. The very first time, within the first couple of minutes of meeting him, he rebuked me. And that actually set the tone for my walk in this truth. I understood that, okay, it's just set, like it's through the spirit. It's set, okay, this is about order, respect. He rebuked me very early on. He set me right in order. What was it? No, I greeted him. Now, I don't think I even knew Shalom yet, but I said, hey, what's up, whatever. And that's not the part that rebuked me on. I came in, had the hat on, walked in the crib, said what's up, whatever. He said, look, in the truth and even in the world, with that alone, that statement alone let me know what we learn is truth is supposed to help us walk in this world. Just help us maneuver in this present evil world. All right? He said, when you see older men, men that's above you in the truth, older men in this world, just older men, call them elder, which taught me respect. That's in the law. Rise the hoary head. Now, I don't just call older men in the world elder. I understand what he was saying. It's the reverence, it's the respect. To the older men, even in the world, they can be the biggest, foolish, oldest nigga on the planet. We're going to show some respect to them. All right, some level of respect. It just is what it is. And then he said, take your hat off. You come to somebody's house, which I understood that too. It was just for that moment to understand order. The Lord wanted me to understand it. All right. He was old school, so I get it. That was just some old school shit right there to take the hat off, And I honor him for that. But it set the tone for me. The rebuke, the reproofs, all the corrections is part of this truth, man. And brothers got to remember that, especially older brothers. We ain't here to be fucking friends, man. We here to guide the flock. And as the new brothers coming in, hey, look, you got to take on that role through the spirit, because this was placed before you. You the head of the camp, or you overseeing this man. You was given a task to be the liaison with this brother that's on the other side that's been coming faithfully, and you're his in between him and the camp. You got to kind of take that stern fatherly spirit, man. Not being friendly. It ain't about being friendly. This is being friendly. The word friendly means to graze, pasture. So if you're feeding the flock, that's being friendly. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies, man. It gotta be tight early on, man. All right, it gotta be, and that way it can remain tight, man. Now you get to grow and learn balance, but it gotta be tight early on, man. Damn, the over righteous early on, so you can learn the balance. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thy heart. And of course, we're not beating brothers physically, but we are correcting one another, man. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. All right? So there you go, man. That was really the point, Fathers are needed. And we have spiritual fathers. In fact, I'll get this. Come on. There we go. This is 1 Corinthians 4:15. Yeah. For though you have 10,000 instructors in Mashiach, which we avoid this C word, that's an idol. Mashiach is the Hebrew word for anointed, is where the word Messiah comes from. So if anything, they could have put Messiah there. Or anointed. They didn't want to put Mashiach. Other places in the scripture, it literally says Messiah. Why would? Because they want to put the idol, okay? It goes back to a Greco-Egyptian idol set up so the Egyptians will accept the Ptolemies. All right. Yet have you not many fathers, for Mashiach Yahushua I have begotten you through the gospel. So we have spiritual fathers in this thing. The men that's before us and pushing the gospel to us, these are our spiritual fathers who we learn from and who guide us so we can grow in the truth. All right. And be on point in the truth, man. You know, so hope it was edifying. All praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, HaKodash. Double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone. And shout out to the brothers doing this thing in sincerity, truth, and with charity. Shalom, my Bible ball.